everybody. Welcome to June's Traveler's Notebook, monochromatic style. Oh, I'm sorry, my cord. Yeah, there we go. Monochromatic style. This month is blue. Here's the gorgeous board or mood board for it. So I'm going to do, I had made this mixed media. I did some fun mixed media on some paper. At the end of April, I was kind of bored one day, or not really bored, but just wanted to try out some layering and stuff. So I made some mixed media, and we also did 30 sketches. We called it hashtag Stay Sketchy for paper issues. This was one of the sketches. I thought it would be a great one to dial down to a traveler's notebook size. So I'm going to do that with this very large photo for a traveler's notebook, which is going to be the trickier part. So it's going to be kind of oversized, but it'll work. I can trim off a little bit of people, just a tiny bit, just to make it so it works a little better. There we go. So we will do that, and it's gonna obviously span across the 2 pages because of this, how the sketch is, and because of the size of things I have. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So let's see if I can get this to work out.
Okie dokie. So I went through my Vicky Boutin Let's Wander and just gathered everything blue, semi-blue. I definitely tended towards more of the center of that mood board. It's kind of a lighter blue aqua color, and that's essentially kind of what everything ended up being, except for a couple pieces of pattern paper are super dark navy, like this Hello mixed media one that she had in the collection. But yeah, so I just went through and find all the bluish turquoise things I can find. Half of it's not going to even make sense. I just wanted to have it all out and kind of weeded through while I made the layout, so it was easier to figure out what I wanted. That's what I like about the monochromatic. Like, you just find the color stuff, set it aside, and then as you're creating, you just stick on what goes and what doesn't. And some layouts you can just, you can just put random things on. Sometimes it doesn't work in my brain. So I trimmed this paper. I did a lot of mixed media on. It was a pattern paper, and so I did a bunch of different layers of some distress oxide and then did some stenciling on top of it. I just really liked the way it turned out, and it definitely was one that I liked the way it turned out when I cut it in smaller pieces. And so then I trimmed down that other darker paper that tends to look more purple to be that longer layer. And I didn't have anything that I really wanted to have as a photo mat that was super blue, but I figured that was okay, more of a neutral, so I used this, it looks like a map. It has a little tinge of blue in it. And then there's some pocket cards that I was kind of limited on what, I have used a lot of this collection, so a lot of it is gone. And so I was limited on what I had. And so some of the pocket cards, though, in the 6x8 paper pad, I'm not going to use a lot of them. And since I really don't like the collections that the 6x8 pad has duplicate of the pocket cards. Because, sorry, some people might love it, but I have yet to find where there's pocket cards that I'm like, oh, I wish I had 3 or 4 of these same exact ones, or even 2 of them. No, actually 1 is probably just fine, because I'm going to use this collection and then I'm going to move on, because there's new things all the time. There's definitely certain designers I really, really like, and certain collections I really, really like, but not enough to sit there and use it, because I know from past that if I do that, I get burnt out on it, and then I don't want to use it, and then it sits in my craft room for years. But anyway, I've been rambling on and not even telling you what I'm doing. So I did the layering. I tucked in some florals that were blue with some other hints. Tucked in that butterfly because there's a tinge of blue in it. Just created kind of a balanced cluster on each corner of the photo. And then the other side, I just did solid journaling. I went through my stash of titles. And these are from Pretty Little Studio. And my grandma was seriously the sweetest person in the world. So Love is So Sweet. Tons of journaling about her. And that's all it needed. Thanks for watching. Bye.